You'll have to establish a connection using one of the devices on the ship. I'm sure you'll find one in the command bridge.
I'll find that radio. No worries. I think I know where a hitcher is. No time.
Is it attacking already?
For now, he's only released a Cyclops, as they call it.
The hell does he think?
It's floating majestically, 3 meters above the ground.
Ah, what does it look like? Must admit that I haven't seen any pictures of the Cyclops. The Alliance tried to keep its existence a secret.
Its launchers are hidden for now, but for some reason, it gives off such an unsettling impression.
Does it make any sounds?
No. It's big and quiet.
Well...
Without spirit. Without glory.
Glory?
I'm thinking out loud. This cruiser of theirs seems so powerful. Worthy of the mightiest space conquerors. Yet on this planet, all that awaited its crew was death. Not glory.
If only we could get hold of its blueprints.
This is hardly the time, Astrogator.
Yes. Another time. Now you need to focus on finding Rahitra. Suppress his warlike tendencies.
My legs feel really heavy.
Give yourself a moment to rest, Doctor. You certainly deserve it. There's one more thing, Yasta. This is important. I'll be able to confirm it in a while, but so far everything indicates...
What is it, Astrogator?
Headquarters were right about the Invincible. It's actually flying here. If I'm reading the message correctly, they'll be here in a few days. They're looking for the missing Condor. And they have no idea of the danger.
Everything makes sense now. They were coming to rescue their people from the very beginning. Not to gain some imaginary advantage over us.
What?
I'm entering the cargo hold.
He came after all. In vain. The elevator won't start without a card. I can't give you mine, so...
May a meteor strike you and the void suck you in.
What are you muttering? I can't hear you clearly.
May a meteor strike you. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear, Doctor. Over and out.
It's a one-way trip. Whether you like it or not, I'm coming to you, Rahitra. Okay. Not quite at the bridge yet. But I'm getting closer. Much closer, Rahitra. It must be the medical wing. Surprisingly, everything's still running. Was Rahitra here? considered even the most absurd forms of protection against a cloud. And I don't blame them. Oh, bollocks. What is with all these security measures? Rahitra?
How did you get to the upper deck?
The usual way. With a little help from an industrial lift.
A lift? Usually we use access cards.
I have a card, but now...
It doesn't work. Not everyone had access to the bridge. Next time, rob someone of higher rank. Over and out.
What an asshole. Bingo. This one should do the trick. I just hope I can make it before Rahitra attacks with that bloody Cyclops. If he hasn't already.
So, you made it.
Were you deliberately trying to slow me down?
I didn't design these elevators, if that's what you're asking.
No, that's not it. You can clearly control them, but... Never mind.
Dirac field. Ready to activate. Spherical thrower. Anti-pro.
Rahitra!
Here. Now that you're here, why don't you help me?
With what?
With the probes. They're over the battlefield. I do have visuals from the Cyclops here, but I can't do everything on my own. Oh, wait. Activity's increasing. They're coming. Are you helping or not? Come on, Yasna. It's about to start. I can't wait any longer.
No. You're on your own. I'm gonna call my commander.
Fine, suit yourself. Just don't disturb me.
Where can I find...
You can handle it.
Condor, over. Astrogator Novik speaking. The IC Dragonfly Unit Commander. Condor, are you there? I see you're picking up the signal.
Astrogator, it's me. I made it to the Condor's bridge.
What about Rahitra?
He's here with me.
Has it slowed down at all?
On the contrary, there's gonna be direct conflict. Any moment now.
That's not good. May I suggest you...
Did you hear that?
Yes, yes.
It's hard not to.
Oh, what a fucking mess. I must check on him.
Copy that. Awaiting contact.
Rahitra? What's going on?
I don't understand. It was going so well.
Is it over now?
The field held? It got so many of them. It's gone completely mad. Now it's wandering around aimlessly.
Sounds familiar. They look enraged. Listen, I connected with my astrogator. We need to talk about what's next.
We won't leave it like this. I guarantee you.
Rahitra, your men are on their way here. On the Invincible.
I've heard that before.
Turns out it was true all along. They're flying here. Do you hear me? We'll sort everything out.
So, Horpak is flying here with company? What an honor. And when will they arrive, if I may ask?
I don't know exactly.
And yet you're sure they're flying here, aren't you?
Oh, don't be such a grump. It'll be fine. You'll see. Listen. I'm going back to the radio. I'll return soon. I'm back. The fight is over.
Well, I think I know the outcome. I'm registering increased activity from the cloud.
Yes. A complete fiasco.
This was to be expected. You didn't expect the attack to succeed, did you?
Did you get confirmation of the Invincible's arrival?
Yes, they're very close.
When will they get here?
Soon.
Could you be a bit more specific?
Yasna, I have the impression you're the one in a rush now. I don't know exactly. A few days, tops. Can I talk to him now? With Rahitra?
Okay. I'm switching you to the bridge. He should be able to hear you now.
Hello, Condor. This is Astrogator Novik, commander of the IC Dragonfly ship. I repeat, this is Astrogator Novik to the crew of the USCA Condor cruiser. Please come in.
Could you stop with all these? Rohitra, Engineer Rohitra. Among our crew, I'm the last man standing, so to speak, which I guess makes me commander. Who would have thought?
In that case, I'm making an official request to join our forces, to prevent the danger that threatens both sides.
Oh, enough, Novik. That's enough. I agree, officially and all that jazz. We're already taking steps to eliminate the threat. So far, however, your crew has not been cooperative. Anyway, we stopped playing defense and took the fight to them. The Cloud suffered significant losses.
Playing defense sounds a lot better than we're getting our asses kicked.
Doctor, not now, please.
No, it's true. Fighting against the Cloud is exceptionally difficult. But any opponent can be defeated. All it takes is the right tool.
Meaning what exactly? Let me remind you that we're dealing with a dispersed entity whose technological prowess is still unknown. And it has so far destabilized every machine sent its way. Even the most specialized ones.
That's why I'll keep it simple this time. No electro brains, no memory, only pure energy.
You still haven't answered me, Rohitra. Please, just tell me straight. What are you up to?
I'm arming the charges.
Arming what? Explosives? Cluster munitions?
Hydrogen.
What? Rohitra? Are you serious?
Damn right. I won't leave all this unresolved.
How many warheads do you have?
54. From 30 kilos to 100 megatons.
Oh, that's quite an arsenal.
We really do have enough power.
That's an understatement, Doctor. An amount of energy could rip the planet to pieces.
I'm not an idiot. I won't send everything at once. I'm preparing 8 smaller warheads to start with.
And then?
We'll see.
Are you sure this is a good idea, Rohitra?
Listen, Yasna, I know how it must look to you. A hot-headed guy from the Alliance who wants to use nukes. But put yourself in my shoes. I have 24 hours tops of complete situational awareness. I'm taking action here and now based on my best judgment. I don't know what will happen later. Where will I wake up? In what condition? So I'm going to avenge my people before that happens and ensure the safety of those who survived. They all deserve better than this. I know you understand. You're like me. You would do anything for your crew.
I understand, yes. Although it's hard to talk about revenge here. We are dealing with creations of necro-evolution. Dead evolution. And probably non-sentient ones. Taking revenge on the Cloud is like...
Whipping the ocean for sinking a ship?
Exactly. Like Xerxes. That's why I would consider this problem in the category of neutralization. Not vengeance. After all, nothing guarantees the flies will stay on Regis 3. If they continue to evolve.
Wait a minute, Doctor. Even if they were to master space navigation, wouldn't it take hundreds of thousands of years?
Millions of years, even, considering the evolutionary timeline. However, they could threaten humanity much sooner, by sheer chance.
Not a chance I'm willing to take.
Let's not overreact. If we factor in sheer chance, we might as well get killed by a meteor.
No, Novik. It's not a meteor or an ocean or a storm. They don't hunt or degrade or cripple you mentally.
You, Rohitra, are still reasoning as though we were standing face to face with a thinking opponent. What if these beings are not our enemy at all?
Oh, good one. Are you forgetting how many of us they've already killed?
I will never forget, Rohitra. Still, I can't help feeling that they operate without any strategic plan. They attack from one incident to another. They're non-sentient, as the doctor put it.
So what, they're stupid? And that's why they can't be hostile? It's absolute nonsense.
Well, it could be. Yasna, what do you think?
Alright, Hitra. You have no idea what we're up against. These mechanisms are just doing what they did a millennia ago. And we were the ones that provoked them.
What? How?
By coming here with all our gear, blasters, transmitters, rockets. It's like kicking a hornet's nest. They've faced countless species over millions of years. At this scale, humanity is just a blip to them.
Wait, what species are you talking about?
Dr. Yasna found various traces of conflict, lasting for hundreds of thousands of generations.
Both living organisms and mechanical creators of the cloud, as well as other products of dead evolution. The list is quite long.
Hang on. Creators?
Yes. Millions of years ago, someone must have built primordial mechanisms. Machines could have self-built in successive generations, but something must have created them first.
I don't buy it. It's like some robot fables.
No, Rachel, these are no fables. You've gathered evidence for us.
How did these machines even get here? Who built them?
Our cyberneticist had a hypothesis before he lost consciousness.
About the Lyrans.
Yes, that one.
Lyrans. It does ring a bell. Wasn't there a book about them?
The Cranian's monograph. According to his notes, before the explosion of Zeta Lyran, the sixth planet of the system was inhabited by intelligent beings. Let's say their scout ship landed here and that a disaster occurred. Some kind of reactor explosion, chain reaction. Suffice to say, the wreckage that landed on Regis 3 had no living beings on board.
Only the machine survived.
And then what? They started bashing in each other's tin heads? Doesn't make much sense to me. Machines don't have emotion. They don't argue.
First things first. Millions of years ago, some highly advanced race sent machines to Regis 3. And these were specialized homeostatic mechanisms, left with no one to command them. As an engineer, you know well how it is. A robot does what it needs to do, whether it serves someone or not. At first, they probably just repaired themselves, or built a home for their dead masters.
Until something forced them to change.
Exactly. Certain types of predator eat anything that moves. So I'm betting they were attacked by a local fauna. The key was that these machines had the ability to produce others as needed. To combat, say, flying reptiles, they started producing flying machines.
That still doesn't explain why they started fighting among themselves. Since they already defeated the living organisms, why keep producing themselves? It makes no sense.
What is a guiding principle of a homeostat? To survive. Apparently the machines pose a threat to one another. They use the same source of energy to function. A common, finite resource.
Okay, but why did some flies survive this? Not something bigger and better.
The way I see it, they were better. The best. In necroevolution, the bots that used up the fewest resources won. So they miniaturized, or became sedentary. The former process gave rise to the cloud. The latter started this bizarre genre of metal structures, resembling vegetation, which formed the city.
And they're still growing?
No. They lost the fight for survival, and now they're just rusting remnants. Only one form survived. The flying microbots that conquered all land areas on Regis 3.
So these flies were just the best adapted.
To the conditions of this planet? Yes, that's how it works.
So, to summarize, some alien race sent advanced robots to Regis 3. Local dinosaur-like monsters tried to eat them, so the robots produced other robots, which produced more and more robots, until they fell victim to their own overproduction. After a number of iterations and wars for resources, they spat out the murderous cloud, which took over the planet.
Indeed. To put it simply,
For me, the matter is perfectly clear. It makes no sense to bomb these creatures. I even say it's a greater danger to us than to them.
But how else do you imagine defeating the Cloud?
But that's the thing. I don't. It's invincible. Yes, sir. Do you agree?
Well,
if this is gonna work, the attack must be all out.
What are you saying, Doctor?
After a sufficiently powerful explosion, the ocean waters will begin to vaporize. Cloud cover will increase, the albedo will rise, and the resident symbionts won't be able to provide the minimum energy needed for reproduction. So yes, we can destroy the Cloud,
ha! I knew it!
along with ourselves.
Oh. You don't think we can defeat them and survive?
Technically, we'd have to wipe out the entire planet. That's not our goal here, is it?
No, it's not. So, you think there's no point trying with smaller charges?
We would risk our lives for nothing. So yeah, I am against bombing. We won't help anyone this way.
But what else can we do, if not attack?
The Invincible is near. We can wait for its arrival.
Huh, right.
That is one solution.
Somehow I had a feeling I would never leave this place.
You don't have a lander?
We had two.
But the Cloud destroyed both.
Huh. Done. Warheads are armed. One more press of a button, and there'll be no turning back. I can't.
That was close.
I'm suspending all actions leading to conflict. But what should I do now?
We no longer have any landers. So I hate to say it, but I can't help you. And believe me, I would like nothing better.
Let's send a message to the Invincible. A short report on the status of the crew. And on our discoveries.
You should also introduce yourself as a member of the Commonwealth. It's better not to hide it, as it will only arouse suspicion.
Don't worry about that, Novik. It's up to me to make sure they understand everything. Now, let me check on the guys. I want to make sure they're stable. I hope we'll speak again, Astrogator.
Until then, Rahitra.
I'll join you soon.
No hurry, Yasna. Take your time.
So, he's gone.
Doctor. Yes, no. It was truly an honor. I'm having a hard time finding the right words.
I know I couldn't keep my mouth shut. Sometimes. But that doesn't change the fact that I'm extremely grateful to you. You could have flown away so many times, yet you stayed with me until the end. Thank you.
You shouldn't thank me. It was my bounden duty as commander. My only regret is that I couldn't do more. And that some decisions...
Please don't blame yourself anymore. There's no point. Now Koval and Krauter need you. Understood?
Yes, Mom.
Have a safe journey, Novik.
Thank you, yes. And... see you soon. Over and out.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You look...
Like shit. I know.
really tired. That's what I meant to say.
Because you're trying to be polite. The undeniable truth is, I look and feel like shit. Will you close it for me?
Of course. Support and stimulants will help you.
I won't sleep. I can't. You know that.
around here somehow.
The situation won't get any better if sleep deprivation kills you. Stimulants should only be taken in exceptional circumstances. Not every day.
Well, this is an exceptional situation. I can't imagine a more exceptional one. It's a strange feeling. Remaining conscious in the hibernator.
You clearly haven't visited the infirmary often. This is a standard procedure for a long recovery.
Will you take another look at Landor and Spluskas?
I'm doing it now. Don't worry.
Thanks. Are you still wondering whether to go to the nest? This is probably your last chance. If you want to make it before the Invincible arrives, it would be good to have you here when they come. The journey there and back will take you about 12 hours.
No, I'm not going. I know it's a unique opportunity to get closer to this phenomenon, and I might never get another chance. But I've thought about it a lot, and I'd rather stay here with you. Now rest. You should save your strength for their arrival. Too heavy, hands become. Down you go, oh bright sun. Night is not that scary. At last, they've arrived. Rahitra, do you hear? They're landing now. for a picture?